Yo, the year's 2013. This underground rap group called Bang 10 Boys has just released their debut album. Next generation of consoles has just started with the Xbox One and PS4. But most importantly, Shin Megami Tensei 4 has just released on the 3DS.
Shin Megami Tensei 4? More like Persona without the heart!
Bankruptcy. By the way, doesn't that kind of sound like a cool ass name for a demon? Bankruptcy! Bankruptcy Picaro! Never mind. Atlus's parent company, Index Holdings, files for bankruptcy months before SMT4 hit shelves. With over $200 million in debt, Index has to start selling their assets, and Atlus is one of those that has to go. Prior to this somber announcement, Atlus had just released Catherine on the PS3 and Xbox 360, Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, and various other products on Nintendo platforms. And now they're up for sale, and it's anybody's game to capture the studio. 20 studios in fact were confirmed in looking to purchase Little Orphan Boy Atlus. 2 of these studios being Sega and Nintendo. Okay, Nintendo was never actually confirmed, only rumored, but for the sake of storytelling, let's just embezzle a little bit. What the fuck? I said embezzled, I meant embellish. And I mean, it would make sense. Think about the success of SMT4 on the 3DS. Some hail it as the best JRPG on the handheld, an opinion that is ultimately fact. Also, Atlus had another JRPG coming exclusively to Nintendo platforms in the form of Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem. Atlus's and Nintendo's relationship was fully maxed, and they didn't even need a user guide. Some rather insightful users picked up on the relationship between the two companies and anticipated Nintendo acquiring the parentless studio. Comments such as, "Nintendo, you guys need this purchase. It's really not an option when you think about it. The lack of third-party devs or big-name games, how Atlus is a huge up-and-comer in the game industry, the fan base of their games, the Sony fanboy tears that would be shed, etc." Sega already has Miku for hairy fat guys into hentai. They don't need Persona. And finally, the oh so insightful, look at Chie's pantsuit. Oink. What the fuck? In the end, we all know how the story goes. Sega becomes daddy. And in November of 2013, a new child is born. You are slave. Nigga, what the fuck? Persona 5, Winter, 2014. For PS3.
Come on, Nintendo! Try to get Atlus!
Okay! Okay! This is usually the part of the video where Sony fanboys blindlessly berate Nintendo fans for simply wanting to play a video game, and Nintendo fans conjure up every reasoning under the book as to why they can't purchase a game that came out over half a decade ago. Welp, my response to that is 1, I'm not a child, and 2, neither am I broke. So when it comes to the whole break free Persona debacle, which side am I exactly on? Neither. Both you motherfuckers are annoying. I'll start by backing up Nintendo fans, because if I'm being fairly honest, I've seen y'all's arguments, and trust me, y'all need the help. Yo, Sony dudes, why do y'all care so much, bruh? Like, no console war shit, just straight gamer to gamer. Why do y'all want to gatekeep a game that ain't even exclusive? The most stable argument I've seen out there is that the port begging is annoying. Which, I mean, okay. Nigga, and? We got multiple generations of people that have grown up on the internet since birth, and we are still perplexed that people on the internet are annoying. Like, yeah, homie, that's just kind of a part of life. You know what feature the internet has over real life interaction with actual people? No interaction whatsoever. Block, ignore, shut your damn phone off. Most animosity I see comes from Twitter. Now, I'm not an avid Bird app user, but after this divide has started between Persona 5 players and Persona 5 fans, I instinctively check Atlas's comments and replies to see if I can find any of these break-free fools slipping. And maybe I'm lucky or something is going on behind the scenes, but I legitimately have to scroll for some time before encountering a single one of these annoying people. One person out of a sea of arguably other more annoying Twitter bullshit. And I'm not even going to talk about how said annoying people would always have spiteful replies under them, and go into how replies and interaction on the internet gives people more exposure and in turn shows you more of that content that you find annoying, because that is literally internet 101. But for some reason, you niggas are still fucking stupid. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this section out with a little anecdote. There was once a game series that only released on Sony platforms. Me, still being a little baby bitch boy, cared about console wars and hailed Sony for its exclusives. I believe it was the president of the studio who came out and said that the series would remain solely on PlayStation consoles after a company shift. Well, about 6 months later, Yakuza 0 released on PC. Today, you can get the whole Yakuza series on Xbox Game Pass for $9.99 a month. My 17-year-old self is kicking the fucking air right now. By the way, Yakuza and RGG Studios is owned by Sega, and we've definitely seen a few Atlas games starting to pop up on PC as of late. Let's see how exclusive Persona really is. I just had to turn on my brethren for y'all. Nintendo fans, it's your fucking turn. And trust me, bitch, I'm on your ass! If Sony fanboys are just a bunch of juvenile and petty ass motherfuckers, he said Nintendo fans, y'all are a bunch of lazy ass liars! Before we even hop into this section, can we just acknowledge how ridiculous it is that some of y'all really think begging a Japanese studio in English over Twitter is going to sway any type of actual planning? Y'all are Nintendo fans. If there is anybody that should know Japanese studios, don't give a single fuck what we think. It should be y'all. It should be y'all. And no, trust me, the intern working Atlas West's fucking Twitter account is not relaying information back to Tokyo, Japan, my nigga. Anyways, let's start this section. The main two arguments I see are I don't have enough money to buy a new console, or I'm not buying a console just for one game. Shut your stupid ass up before I come in there and kill your ass. This has got to be the worst damn lie I have ever heard in my life. And I still claim to be straight at family gatherings. Now, obviously, if you are financially unstable or have some sort of financial issues that you have to attend to, nigga, if you don't take your bitch ass off YouTube and pay your damn bills, your mom in the fucking hospital, you got a mortgage to pay off. What the fuck are you doing on YouTube, yo? For those of you who are not financially handicapped, look me dead in my eyes and tell me in full confidence you ain't never had enough money for this game for half a decade. Across 3 whole console generations. You ain't ever had enough money. Whatever, man. I mean, sure, I guess. Thank you for being honest. I don't know about all that. You lying ass nigga! Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Stop the cap, bruh. Stop the cap, bruh. I don't care how broke some of y'all claim to be. If you ain't accumulate $200 in the past 6 years, you have more problems to be worrying about than anime waifu game right now, homie. And don't even get me started on you. I'm not buying a console for one game only ass motherfuckers. 3 console generations. PS3 to PS5. 2006 to 2022. 16 years and you ain't see a single other game that interests you? 16 years of gaming and ain't nothing else caught your eye? I'm sensing more fanboyism than I'm hearing gaming from these sentences, yo. I've been a Sony dude for as long as I can remember. In 2015, I bought my first gaming console with my own money, in the form of a 3DS. I bought it simply for Persona Q. It was more than likely actually Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, but for storytelling's sake, we're going to say Persona. Also, in 2020, I bought a Nintendo Switch in anticipation for a new game series that I wanted to try out in the form of Shin Megami Tensei. I purchased both consoles for a single game and saw no other purpose for them outside of said titles. I'm not a Mario guy. Splatoon, Smash, flagship Nintendo games just don't interest me. Here I am with 2 consoles just collecting dust. Voice, SMT4, Animal Crossing, No More Heroes. These are the titles that I started playing after looking for some new games to play. And coincidentally, all those games are my favorite titles that I played in the years that I bought them in. Before buying a Switch and 3DS, I actually thought I hated handheld gaming, but that was simply because I didn't go out and find any games that I wanted to actually play. Last year, in 2021, most of my time was actually spent playing handheld games. Listen, do I think Persona 5 would be a great addition to the Switch? Absolutely. Do I need Persona 5 on the Switch? No, I really don't. As fans, we don't know what the future will hold. The status of P5 on other consoles is only known by Atlus themselves. But there is one thing that I know is true. If you wanted to play Persona 5, you would have already. Either half a decade ago or 24 hours ago. The only one stopping you from enjoying that game is you. Trust my damn word, as the most stubborn ass motherfucker you will ever meet, you are not buying whatever console you're looking out for simply only one game. There are whole untapped worlds of gaming waiting to be discovered on these other platforms. I'm currently exploring Nintendo's world on my Switch, probably as you're watching this video right now. And I know for a fact you'll find whatever you're looking for on PlayStation platforms as well. All you have to do is open your heart.
And pay your damn